are Gazans who don't have enough food, it's because Hamas is stealing it. Israel will not allow you to shove a terrorist state down our throats.
Gaza is being starved again, but now the hunger feels endless, merciless. In 2025, a famine officially grips the Strip. Mothers skipping meals so their children might live. Infants wasting away in darkened hospitals with no power, no medicine, no clean water. Food convoys are turned back, eateries empty, and airstrikes have shredded the little that remains of supply chains. Yet this nightmare is not new. It is the culmination of decades of closures and temporary restrictions turned into a permanent chokehold. And for nearly 2 decades, courageous flotillas have tried to pierce the blockade. From the first Free Gaza boats in 2008 to the massive 2025 Global Sumud Flotilla. So how did Gaza go from becoming the world's largest open-air prison to becoming a place facing total siege, famine, and near-complete isolation? And Netanyahu determined that this suffering will not end until Palestine itself is erased. Hello and welcome. You're watching Statecraft with me, Geeta Mohan. To understand today's catastrophe, we have to rewind. Since Britain's mandate and the Balfour Declaration, every solution has widened the fault lines between Israelis and Palestinians. The 1948 Nakba displaced 700,000 Palestinians. The 1967 war added Gaza to the map of occupation. Oslo promised relief, but instead institutionalized closures. By the early 1990s, Israel had already imposed hundreds of days of shutdowns, strangling Gaza's economy. Each round of security measures created deeper dependency, higher unemployment, and tighter control. Is it any wonder that by 2025, after Hamas's rise and Netanyahu's vows to block Palestinian statehood, Gaza is literally starving under total siege? Gaza's current famine is not a sudden disaster, but the end point of decades of calculated restriction. In the early 1990s, Israel cancelled general exit permits, dismantled free movement, and introduced closures that became a way of life. Goods, workers, and students were trapped behind a barrier built in 1994. GDP crashed. Families who once relied on Israeli markets were cut off overnight. Each time violence flared, the restrictions hardened. What began as temporary security measures became an economic and social chokehold, proof that starvation by bureaucracy can be as devastating as starvation by bombs. After Hamas's October 2023 attack killed over 1,200 Israelis and took hostages, Israel imposed a total blockade. No food, no water, no fuel, no medicine. Partial easing followed, but was erratic and insufficient. The result is a catastrophe without precedent. The Integrated Food Security Phase classification declares Gaza in IPC Phase 5, famine. Over 1 million people are in emergency conditions, nearly 400,000 in crisis. An estimated 132,000 children under 5 will suffer acute malnutrition by mid-2026, including 41,000 severe cases at high risk of death. Every statistic underscores one fact: things are worse than ever. Previous blockades choked Gaza's economy. This one chokes life itself. Where earlier rounds allowed limited humanitarian imports, today even baby formula and medical supplies are hostage to security lists. Where earlier wars leveled homes, today entire food networks are bombed. Netanyahu's refusal to countenance a Palestinian state translates into a policy that makes Gaza unlivable. The question now is not whether Gaza can survive this round, but whether anything called Palestine can survive at all.